what do we got? We
Let's
got
get one more.
we got a couple of
Just pick one more.
IG. Okay, so
Yeah, go with that one.
which one?
Right there in front of us.
All right, the dude that's saying that he outgrew his wife?
Yeah.
Okay.
I left my wife because she didn't grow and evolve. We got married and I built a business and I became incredibly successful and I evolved into this whole other person. I worked on myself. I became enlightened and she just stayed who she was. She never did any of those things. She was kind and loving and a great mom and never did anything wrong. She didn't cheat on me, but it just wasn't enough. I wasn't fulfilled by that anymore, given who I had grown into. And I knew I couldn't condemn myself to a life with that person who didn't do anything wrong and was a great mom, but I just didn't want it. I made that up. You never hear men say that as the reason for divorce, but you hear it from women regularly. So I want to know why. Ladies, expound upon that reason for leaving your husband. And men, did you ever feel that way, but you just never pulled the trigger? Was that a thought that crossed your mind? I want to know. Hit me up in the comments.
Ladies, my Mercedes, it 4 on the back, 2 if you fat.
What are your first thoughts, man?
My first thoughts is hypergamy in social science. In social science refers to a practice of marrying or dating someone with a higher social status, wealth, or education than oneself. It often seen as marrying up, and in distinct from hypergamy, which is marrying someone of hypogamy, which is marrying someone of lower status. Gender perspective. While hypergamy, hypogamy is marrying someone of lower status.
That's what men should practice.
Yeah. Gender perspective. While hypergamy can apply to anyone, it's frequently discussed in relationships to women who are seen as seeking partners with higher social or economic status.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks she's too good for you. Like, and she leveled up and she just thinks she's too good for you.
Well, okay. We got
dudes don't do that.
Yeah, all right. I don't even know if it's that a lot of the times, because men are just very complacent. Men are very complacent. Okay. There's a customer that I went to the other day, and he's engaged, and he said he's about to get married like in a couple of days. His wedding's a couple of days. So he asked me, he's like, "You have any advice?" And I said, "Well, you guys got to do new things together. You have to have new experiences together, right? Because that's growth together, right?" I said, most men, we're good with just chilling, doing the mundane, average, regular routine stuff, right? I said, certain things that I've done, I probably wouldn't have done them if my wife didn't initiate them and say, "Well, let's go here, let's do this," or whatever. You know what I mean? And some men will probably say, "Oh, go ahead, do it by yourself. You go do it yourself," right? But then once a woman gets used to doing everything by herself and she's supposed to have a partner or a husband, it's like, why do I have a husband that, I'm looking to do new things, new experiences, I'm growing, I want to experience new things, but he doesn't want to do it. So it's like, why am I with this guy? And I think that's where it comes in. Like,
he's not your pet. Like, do it. Is he
holding
you back from doing it?
Your partner.
Yo, I'm not doing. Listen, I don't get on roller coasters. If my wife want to get on roller coasters, I'm not holding her bag. Like, but I'll wait at the bottom for you. I'm not going ziplining. There's certain things I've grown out of. I'm not doing certain things. Like, it's a hard no. I have hard no's in life.
All right.
You know what I mean? There's certain
I think we all should have hard no's.
I think even in life right now, there's certain places where I know I'm going to die before I see certain parts of the world. I've X'd off certain parts of the world where I'm not going to see. If she want to go there, salute, go. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'll be here. I'm not your pet. Like I'm not your dog where you just, you know what I mean, put on a plane or go do something and just because you want to do something, I'm going to do it. Like, nah. Like, yo, you're allowed to grow
You make it
by yourself
so
too. You could
menial,
grow by
bro.
yourself.
What's the point of growing by yourself? And then you start to grow, and that person's still the same person
But that person
that you are, that they were when you first got married to them, and then you've grown and they haven't. I think that's what he's saying. But I think that's why women do it a lot more, because men normally, we don't. First of all, like when it comes down to men, a lot of men, they marry later. They try to be more financially stable and things like that and have things going right for themselves. So it's like, all right, well, most men in their minds, it's like, all right, we're gonna buy this house, we're gonna start having kids. And
I ain't meet you here.
Hold on.
Meet you here. Like you went to work and met these fancy new people and got these fancy new ideas, and now you
that's what happens.
eating fancy new shit. I don't want all that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to eat escargot and shit like that. You bring home caviar. I'm never eating that. I'm not eating that. You know, it's certain thing like, yo, just because you in the air,
bro.
Yo,
See,
you should be grounded. You could go home to your family on things like know who gave you that foundation to be who you were. Don't get too big for your britches.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying your wife wants to enter the bourgeoisie level of life and be like, you know, let's enter high society, right? But it's like, all right, well, I want to try this, I want to try that.
Right.
But you don't want to, you just hard knowing it, and you never know, you might actually like it, right?
No,
so,
I'm not doing it.
But you never know, you might like it. And that's what I'm saying. Like certain things that my wife has said she wanted to do, and she wanted me to do it with her. And I might have had my reservations about it, but I did it, and it was cool. It's cool. You know what I mean? Or I might be nervous about the experience. Like, I don't think that's gonna pan out that good, but she wants to really go. You know what I mean? I'm a stickler. Like in my head, I guess I have anxiety or whatever you want to call it about racism, right? I feel like countries, places are gonna be racist. They don't want black people there, whatever like that.
So I'll be like, what I want to do there. I can't do what I want to do there, and I don't want like what. Not you Farnsworth Bentley. You just going wherever she want. You got the umbrella wherever she want to go. Like what the fuck? I'm not doing that shit. I don't want to go there. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. Yo, I can within reason. People can have their hard nose because we have things that we want to fucking explore. We want to go do. We want to, and they're like, Nick. I'm not doing that. Go with your friends to go do that.
All right,
there's you have friends for.
I get it.
Like that's what girl trips are for. That's what, if you want to go backpacking through I'm not dying anywhere cold. If you want to go backpack and climb some shit, salute. Go with your friends. You got a friend that could do that. This could be married on me. I'm going to go die with you. Something like I'm not doing all that. Like, yo, listen, within reason. I understand.
I hear.
You eat a new restaurant. I'll find something on the menu.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You want to go see a play?
That's a start.
You they got Wi-Fi there, we'll go do it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I just scroll. Like, within reason, we're open to new experiences. But if something that, yo, I met you here. This is where I met you. We fell in love. Now you felt like, cause we don't have like. Now let's talk about the opposite side. Now that we shot them bail, but dudes don't do that. If you don't want to do something with us, guess what? We don't want. We're fine. We'll find someone else to do it, or we do it by ourselves.
Yeah.
My wife don't like to go see Marvel movies. She falls asleep on all of them. Mm-hmm. Guess what? I go by myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fine. You know what I mean? But for them, it's like, because their husbands go with them and their husband, like their experiences and their boyfriends and their people that they're dating and they're keeping up with the Joneses, and all of a sudden we're less than because some new nigga, some new chick that you just met, her boyfriend that she just dated for 2 months, he automatically, you know what I mean, takes preference over us. You know what I mean? Dude that been here from day one. We was eating glizzies together, like, you know what I mean, out of 7-Eleven. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, you're too good for me. You know what I mean? Cool. You're doing me a favor, yo. Beat it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I look at it.
If
too big for your britches, yo.
If a marriage is supposed to be forever,
yeah.
Where's the spark? Where's the spark at?
In the soil. In the soil. Everything is grown from good soil.
And how do you keep that spark?
By keeping the soil healthy, to keeping the soil fresh. Meet each other where you are met. Everything should be on the baseline level. Yeah, you could grow. Everybody can grow. Everybody can have new experiences and grow. And if you genuinely outgrow a person because a person degenerates into a person that you don't like or remember, fine. Or if a person doesn't show any signs of growth, then fine. Because there are women who don't sign it. But men, for some men, we're I don't know. We're just more loyal, and we're in it for a different reason.
No, I think absolutely.
And we don't look at outside things, and I mean, as long as you stay hot, we're there.
No,
you know
that's what I was gonna say.
You know
when it comes to if a men normally want to, when there's the change, it might be something sexual.
Yeah,
and women, they might feel that way for myriad of reasons, right? It might be like, I'm advancing in my career, I'm moving up, and why don't you go back to school and level up more and get some more degrees and this, that, and the third? Don't you want to make more money? Don't you want to do this, that, and the third?
Yeah.
And women are influenced by the outside a little bit more than men. But if we don't try certain things, because I know there are men that have a lot of hard nose. They don't really want to try anything, right? And especially coming from their wives. They may try some shit with their homeboys. They won't. Their wife says, let's do this. They don't want to do it. You know what I mean? So if you guys are partners, right, and you got ultimate trust in that person, like if they say, yo, I really want to do this. This is important to me or whatever. Like, you know, like I'm not saying 100% of the time you should do everything that your woman wants you to do. But in most cases, there's probably going to be something you may want her to do with you or whatever. And you hope she obliges the way she wants you to oblige. But again, like he said, most dudes don't really do that. You know what I mean? Because usually men are set, and
we like you for you. We like you for who you actually are. As long as you don't like degenerate into this person that we don't remember you, we come home to, like, we live in our world. We go through so much so many things during the day. Yeah, you ever watch the Vince Staples show on HBO? I mean on Netflix?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh man, it's a great episode. There's a great episode of he goes to an amusement park with his girl and her kids. You know what I mean? And
they don't have kids together?
No. And it's the kid's birthday, and she sent him to go get like food, like chicken, and he had to go through so many things to get that chicken. And by the time he came back with the chicken, it was like late, and it was late. You know, it was like everybody was like hungry. We were looking for him, but he came back with the chicken. And instead of just being grateful with the chicken, it was like, what took you so long? Like, she was beefing with him, like, yo, where have you been? You know what I mean? But it's like, yo, fam, you don't know what I've been through to get this. You know what I mean? You don't know what people go through to get to where they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just love them. Like, you gave homie some great advice. I'm going to give advice to somebody in that same position too. Love that person for who they are when you're marrying them. Remember that person.
That's the
right
difference
there.
between men and women.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like
remember the person that you're marrying now, yo.
No, women see you.
Yeah.
Right. First of all, you got to understand, like, in most relationships, you get the person initially at their best, and then it might be certain things go downhill and then certain things go up depending on what you value in the relationship. But I think women they see the good in you,
Mm.
but they feel like the negatives in you could adjust as you get in the relationship.
Is that potential? Or
Potential,
what
yeah.
was that?
They think like,
So the
all right,
negatives, if you fix the negatives, your potential will be
she's looking for that perfect guy, right?
okay.
So if you're a good looking guy, but you're not, like you're looks wise, but you're not suave or you're not romantic or whatever. She feels like he could get to be there
Mhm.
and be romantic,
Yeah.
or like, oh, he could, he got a few pounds on him, he could lose some weight and then he'll be a great looking guy, or he could, or he's not that funny now, but he could be a little funnier or whatever in the future. His sense of humor and things like that, it can get better.
I mean, those
right?
I don't know. I think those are reaches. I feel like it's more like earning potential. Like, yeah, he's working at this job now, but he'll become a manager. I don't feel like it's some. I don't think they. I've never been a woman, but I don't. That's more like how guys think. Guys that think like, okay, like she's cool. Like guys think more like on that kind of like surface level. I feel like when women date for
I don't think so.
potential, they date like, all right, no, this dude is focused. I see the trajectory. If he stays the way he's going, he's gonna be a manager or a supervisor or a CEO of this company or this company that he's starting. He's showing so much initiative here.
Mhm.
Whatever he does is gonna pop. You know what I mean? Because I'm seeing a grind that I've never seen in anybody in my life. You know what I mean?
I think that, but
All right.
I think that's more measurable.
Yeah.
That's very measurable.
Yeah.
I
But I
think
feel like women
I think they
deal
do.
in
No,
more measurables. I feel like
I don't
men
think so.
deal
I
in the
think
immeasurables.
no, I don't think so.
Men
I
deal with like, yo, she's not that much of a freak now, but I'll get more out of her. Like when she get the ring and all that. I think men.
You think the majority of men feel like that?
Yeah.
I don't. I ain't gonna. I think men know.
She don't cook so much now, but once I get married, like she'll cook a little bit more. Like I feel like men deal with the men deal. Everybody marries on potential. Let's just deal with that baseline, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like women deal with measurables more. When you don't hit those metrics, that's why they're so easy to freaking just go, because they have those hard set metrics. Same way men have hard nose, women have hard metrics. If I'm still in poverty 5 years into this marriage, or you still got me working overtime a year in, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like, yo, if she feels like, yo, okay, like, nah, you showing that initiative, but if I got more and if I got more fire than you in my belly, if I want this more than you,
Mm-hmm.
it's a turn off.